Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to my YouTube channel Calculus and Mathematics Learning. In the previous 4 videos, I solved the first 41 MCQs of ETEA Engineering test of 2019 mathematics portion. In today's video, I am going to solve all the remaining MCQs of ETEA Engineering test of mathematics portion of 2019 from MCQ number 42. So let's move toward MCQ number 42 of ETEA Engineering test of 2019 mathematics portion of 2019 42 MCQs. It tells that for independent events A and B, probability of A intersection B will be, so 4 options are given. Move to the solution of this MCQs. Remember, in conditional probability we learn the 2 formulas that probability of A divided by B will be equal to probability of A intersection B divided by probability of B, and in the second formula replace these 2 elements or reciprocate these 2 elements, it becomes probability of B by A. This will comes down as it is and replace this probability of B with probability of A. Now after this, in the second step of shift this probability of B to this side, it multiply with probability of A by B, it become probability of A intersection B will be probability of A by B multiply probability of B, and in this formula probability of A will multiply with probability of B by A, so this will be equal to probability of A intersection B. Furthermore, A and B are independent events in the given question, so probability of A by B should be equal to probability of A, and probability of B by A should be equal to probability of B. Now by putting these 2 values in these 2 equations, in this equation put the probability of A by B, which is equal to probability of A, so it become probability of A intersection B. This will come down as it is, and probability of A by B is probability of A by B is probability of A, so put over here. So this is one formula generated, and over here probability of A intersection B should be equal to probability of A. Probability of B by A is equal to probability of B. So according to these 2 formulas, we learn that when occurrence of an event does not affect the occurrence of the another event, so these type of events will be called independent events, otherwise it will be called dependent events. So it means the correct option for this MCQ number 42 is option number C, probability of A multiply probability of B. Now move to the next MCQ, MCQ number 43. It tells that for a random experiment, all the possible outcomes are called. 4 options are given: numerical space, sample space, event space, both B and C. So remember that an experiment for which the possible outcomes cannot be predicted or it cannot be determined except that is known to be one of the set of possible outcomes. So this type of experiment is called a random experiment. For example, tossing a kite. So we cannot know either a head will come, either tail will come. Or for example, pairing dice. So we cannot know which of the 1, 2. Let's suppose this is pairing a dice we throw. So 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4. There are total possible outcome is 36. So we cannot know the exact outcome. So this type of experiment is called random experiment. So remember, for a random experiment, all the possible outcomes are called a sample space. And sample space, this is actually denoted by a capital SO. And remember, in sample space, event space is actually the subset of sample space. It means the correct option for this MCQs will be option number D, both B and C. So the correct option for this MCQ is option number D. Now move to the next MCQ, the MCQ number 44. It tells that if X is so small such that its square and higher power can be neglected, then the value of 1 plus 3x whole raised to the power negative 2 will be. 4 options are given. So move to the solution of this MCQ. This MCQ actually came from first year mathematics chapter number 6 binomial theorem. So we are given with 1 plus 3x whole raised to the power negative 2. So you know that we have a form just like 1 plus x whole raised to the power n. So this is always equal to 1 plus nx plus n into n minus 1 divided by 2 factorial and plus n into n minus 1 n minus 2 divided by 3 factorial and goes on. Now over here 1 will comes down as it is, and our x is actually 3x, so put over here, and our n is actually negative 2. So putting in this formula, it become 1 plus n is actually the power which is negative 2, and x is actually 3x. After this, put over here n is minus 2, so it become minus 2. Minus 2 minus 1 will give us minus 3 divided by 2 factorial. Over here we have x square, and over here we have x cube. So it becomes 2 factorial into x square. Now they tells that x is so small such that its square and higher power can be neglected. So no need to write this term because x square power is neglected and x power 3 is also neglected. We will just take first 2 term. So it become 1 will come down as it is, minus 2 into 3x, so it will give us minus 6x. So it means that 1 plus 3x whole raised to the power negative 2 is equal to 1 minus 6x. So the correct option for this MCQ number 44 is option number D. Now move to the next MCQ number 45. It tells that last term of the expansion 3x plus 3y whole raised to the power 7 will be 4 option are given. So move to the solution of this MCQ number 45. We are given with binomial expansion of 3x plus 3y whole raised to the power 7. So compare it with the form of a plus b whole raised to the power n. So our a is 3x and our b is 3y. And our n is actually the power which is equal to 7. Remember these three values. Remember that a plus b whole raised to the power n, this is always equal to nc0 a power n b power 0 plus nc1 a power n minus 1. N will be decreased by 1 successively and b will increase by 1 successively. And after this will also increase by 1. So it will become nc2 a power n minus 2 b power 2 plus nc3 a power n minus 3 b power 3, and goes to the last term of this expansion will be ncn and a power 0 and b power n. So this is actually the last term. So the last term is equal to ncn a power 0 b power n. So remember that NCR, this is always equal to n factorial divided by n minus r factorial into r factorial. Now over here our r is actually n. R is actually n. So put over here n. So it become n factorial divided by n minus r is n. So it become n minus n factorial into r is n. So n factorial. N factorial cancel out with n factorial. In the numerator we left with 1. N minus n gives us 0. So 0 factorial is always equal to 1. So 1 by 1 gives us 1. So the whole value of ncn is 1 into something to the power 0 gives us 1 into b. B is 3y. So 3y whole raised to the power n is 7. So it become 1 into 1 gives us 1 and it gives us 3y whole power 7. So it will give us 3 power 7 into y power 7. So it means the correct option for this MCQ number 45 is option number B. Now move to the next MCQ, the MCQ number 46. It tells that which of the following equation is not a function of y with respect to x. 4 options are given. Remember, function is actually the relation between independent variable and dependent variable. So look at option number D. The independent variable used over here is x and the dependent variable over here is y. So if we put one value of independent variable x, so it will give us one value of y. So this is the function according to the definition of function. In option number A, if we put one value of x, so it will give us one value of y. Why? Because the highest power of the variable over here is 1. This is linear function. So this is also the function. And over here, this is also the linear function because the highest power of the output range y is 1. If we put one value of x, so it will give us one value of y. This is also function. Now look at option number C. We are given with x square plus y square is equal to 16. Shift x square on the right hand side. It become y square is equal to 16 minus x square. Take under root on the both side. It become y is equal to plus minus under root of 16 minus x square. This is actually the quadratic function. So if we put one value of x, it will give us a two value of y because plus minus. It means this option number C is not a function. So the correct option for this MCQ is option number C. Now move to the next MCQ, the MCQ number 47. It comes from the limits and function chapter number 1 of second year mathematics. It tells that inverse of the function f of x is equal to x divided by x plus 1 will be 4 options are given. So move to the solution of this MCQ. Our function is f of x is equal to x divided by x plus 1. There are certain steps in this question. First step is we will suppose f of x is equal to y. So by supposition it becomes step number 2. It become f of x is y, so it become y. Let's suppose we suppose f of x is equal to y, so it become y will be equal to x divided by x plus 1. Now rationalizes or simplify it. Shift x plus 1 on this side, it become y into x plus 1 should be equal to x. So multiply them, it become xy plus y. Shift x on this side become negative x is equal to 0. From these two terms, take out x common, we left with y, and over here we left with negative 1. Shift y on the right hand side, it become negative y. Further divide with y minus 1, so it become x is equal to minus y divided by y minus 1. Now in the third step, step number 3. over here f of x is y, so shift f on the right hand side, it become x is equal to f inverse y. So in this step put the value of x over here, f inverse y, so it become f inverse y should be equal to minus y divided by y minus 1. Now in the last step, step number 4, replace the value of y with x, so it become f inverse x is equal to minus x divided by x minus 1. So this is actually the required inverse of the function. So the correct option for this MCQ is option number D, minus x divided by x minus 1. Now move to the next MCQ number 48. It tells that there may be dash feasible solution of the feasible region. Four options are given: infinite, limited, finite, defined. Remember there are infinite number of feasible solution inside the feasible region. It means the correct option for this MCQ is infinite, option number A. Move to the next MCQ number 49. It tells that in linear programming, objective function and objective constraints are solved linear quadratic adjacent. As the name indicates, linear programming, it means that all of the function and all of the constraint and all of the variable used in the linear programming should be linear. It means the correct option for this MCQ is linear, option number B. Move to the next MCQ number 50. It tells that a body moving in a circle of radius 1 meter transverse an angle of 57.3 degree. The distance covered by the body moving along the circle will be. So remember that pi radian is equal to 180 degree. Divide both sides with 180. It becomes 1 degree is equal to pi radian divided by 180. As we are given with 57.3 degrees, so convert it into a radian. So multiply 57.3 to the both sides. Now over here pi is 3.14. So 3.14 divided by 180, it will give us 0.0174. Multiply 57.3 to the both sides. So 57.3 multiply this value, it will give us 0.999 radian. As you know that the formula is S is equal to R theta. This is used for the arc length. So S is actually the required distance. R is given, which is equal to 1 meter. So put over here, and theta we already find in term of radian, which is equal to 0.99. So multiply 1 with 0.999, it will give us 0.999. So by rounding it up, it will give us the value 1 meter. It means the correct option for this MCQ is option number A, 1 meter. Now move to the next MCQ number 51. It tells that area of book having length 1 meter and breadth 0.5 meter in square centimeter is given by. Remember that book is always in rectangular shape. That's why let's suppose this is 0.5 meter breadth. So the breadth will be congruent to each other and the length will also be congruent to each other. So the area for the rectangle is actually formula is length multiply breadth. Length is 1 meter, breadth is 0.5 meter. It will give us 0.5 square meter. Now that has that find the area in square centimeter. So 1 centimeter is equal to 10 power negative 2 meter. Shift 10 power negative 2 meter on this side, it become positive 10 power 2 meter, which gives us 100 centimeter. So 1 meter is 10 power 2 centimeter. Now this meter square, it can be written as meter whole square. So our 1 meter is 10 power 2, so put 10 power 2 over here and centimeter whole square. So it becomes 10 power 4 square centimeter. 0.5 multiply 10 power 4, it will give us 5000 square centimeter. It means the correct option for this MCQ number 51 is option number A. Move to the next MCQ number 52. It tells that Lorentz force is based on dot product, cross product, both dot and cross product, independent of both. Lorentz force is always based on the cross product. It means the correct option for this MCQ is option number B. Now move to the next MCQ number 53. It tells that 125 radian is approximately equal to how much revolution. So four options are given. Remember that let's suppose this is a circle. So when the body moves from this point and it completes one rotation, so that one rotation is actually called one revolution. And this one revolution is actually equal to 25 radian, and in degree it is equal to 360 degree. So one revolution is actually 2 pi radian. Now divide both sides with 2 pi. So on this side we left with 1 radian, and on this side we left with 1 revolution by 2 pi. Now we need the value of 125 radian. So over here we are given with 1 radian, so multiply 125 to the both sides. So it becomes 125 radian, and over here multiply 125, so it becomes 125 revolution divided by 2 pi. Pi cancel out with pi. 120 by 2 gives us 60 revolution. It means that 125 radian is actually equal to 60 revolution. So the correct option for this MCQ is option number D. So with this MCQs, all the MCQs of mathematics portion of ETEA 2019 is finished and eliminated. So thank you for watching. Subscribe my channel and also hit the bell icon to receive the upcoming notification about second year or FSC part 2 mathematics. Thank you.